Welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. In this video, we are going to talk about Fintech. So what is Fintech? Fintech is a portmanteau for a financial technology. It is a catch-all term for technology used to augment, streamline, digitize, or disrupt traditional financial services. Fintech refers to software algorithms and applications for both desktops and mobile. In some cases, it includes hardware too, like internet-connected piggy banks. Fintech platform enable to run of-the-mill tasks like depositing checks, moving money between accounts, paying bills, or applying for financial aid. They also facilitate technically intricate concepts including peer-to-peer lending and crypto exchange. Businesses rely upon a fintech for payment processing, e-commerce transaction, accounting, and more recently, help with government assistance efforts like the Payroll Protection Program or PPP. In the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, more and more businesses are turning to fintech to accept contactless payment or adopt other tech-fueled advancement. So what is fintech banking? Banks use fintech for back-end processes, behind-the-scenes monitoring of account activity, for instance, and consumer-facing solutions like the application you use to check your account balance. Banks also use fintech to underwrite loans. Individuals use fintech also access many bank services, including paying for purchase with a smartphone and receiving investing advice on their home computers. And then the next discussion is about fintech companies. The annual Forbes Fintech 50 spotlights the hottest and largest companies in industry. The 2022 list is topped by Stripe, a decade-old payment processor with a $95 billion valuation. In a second place is Klarna, a 16-year-old Swedish firm that offers consumer financing for purchase at many major retailers. It was valued at $46 billion. Fintech branches off into a number of more granular industries. Tech applications such as Simple and online investment management service for Canadians. InvestTech like Acorn, which lets users round up purchases to the nearest dollar and invest the difference in a diversified portfolio, and InsurTech, such as Next Insurance and a mobile-first carrier. It touches nearly every industry, geographical, market, and business model. And then how does fintech work? Fintech provide people and business with access to traditional financial services in innovative ways that previously weren't available. For instance, many conventional banks' mobile applications now offer customers on-the-go access to bank services, including the ability to view your balance, transfer funds, or deposit a check. Meanwhile, robo-advisors like Betterment are less costly and more convenient than in-person investment advice from a financial advisor. Fintech also automates many services business use, such as loan underwriting, real estate appraisals. Artificial intelligence combined with massive troves of customer data helps fintech business understand their customers and powers their marketing campaign, product development, and underwriting. The last discussion is about, is fintech safe? Engaging with fintech, many of which remains largely unregulated, particularly in the Wild West realm of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technologies, can lead to unwanted or unexpected threat exposure. The idea that fintech adhere to higher moral standard than the big banks is probably largely illusory. As fintech expert Ron Selfridin point out, banks and customers engaging in fintech fetishism and excessive optimism associated with its yearly interaction are now facing a harsh reality checks, as many promising startup face obstacles both due to and independent of COVID-19 pandemic. It is prudent to approach flashy yet unproven fintech and their lovely promises with a healthy dose of skepticism. as digital data becomes order of magnitude more extensive and integral to day-to life. Do large-scale mass security snafus, recent hacks, including high-profile Bitcoin heists, have brought this risk to public consciousness. I think that's all the explanation that I can share to you. I hope this can help you. Don't forget to give like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.